Bro, this is so dark. Where's my power bank? Of course. Always have an extra light. Um, yeah, I feel good today, actually, because it's not 5 a.m. Copy the link. Oh, I should have written that on my phone. I'm not sure this battery will see us through this class. It is what it is. Alright. Ooh, I look cute. Okay, should not. Mm. Good morning. Emmanuel. Okay, you guys, I slept super early, so I woke up in the middle of the night. Not really super early. I slept around 9 and I ended up waking up early. Let me put this link in the announcement bar. Good morning, you guys. I hope you're having, I don't know, is it too early to ask if you're having a lovely Saturday morning? Let's group three. Group three. All right. Okay, guys. Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about how to start from scratch and multiply your income. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you have a test, hey, please hope you've read. So, I said I'm going to be talking about how to start from scratch and multiply your income. Now, the thing is, if you have any chance at, I think I've talked about this topic before. Good morning. I have talked about it on my channel. I taught how to start from scratch and multiply your income. I thought the topic. Right. But this time around, I'm going to just be because I feel like stories last longer. Like when you tell stories, they last longer than when you just give people points to note. So when I started my journey, I was just actually just tired of I was tired. Basically, I was tired of the life I was living, of not being able to afford the things I want, of having to like basically beg whenever I needed something. And I was not having it, right? I was just like, I can't keep this up. I want better for myself. I want to I want to not need to ask for anything. I want to be able to just I need this thing and I'll just go out and get it like it's nothing. So good morning, Sireni Oluwa. I like your name. So I was like, you know what? That's what I want for myself. How do I get this? How do I create this life for myself, right? And it was stressful because I didn't know where to start from. I did not know anybody that had started from scratch and maybe gotten lucky at like in my own vicinity. I didn't really have anybody like that was not doing Yahoo or whatever. So I had to start. Give me a second. Sorry, my younger brother. It's a family emergency. Um, so yeah, I had to start looking for people. So I started. I was like, how can I make money? Then of course, the first thing you do is Google search how to make money in Nigeria. Tell me you've never searched that before. I need water. Tell me you've never searched that before. Hmm. So how to make money in Nigeria, whatever. And I kept searching and I found all this long list of like 30 things to do to make money. And I checked everything. I knew there was none of them that I could do. So I checked another list and I saw blogging. right? And I looked at myself, I said, okay, the only skill I have right now is writing. That's the only thing I can do at this moment. I can only write. So I was like, you know what? Since that's the only thing I know how to do, let me try blogging. What do I need? And prior to this, I had read a lot of books. I had started reading books, and that was how I was able to push myself to the point where I said, okay, let me just try blogging. And let me tell you, blogging changed my life, right? But before that, I sorry. All right. So I was like, so before that, I had started reading a lot of books. I had read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I totally recommend to you if you're just starting out in this, trying to get your shit together journey. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I was like, okay, so is this the way out? Is this how to get this money? Read a couple of other books. I'm sure if I check one of my journals, I'll find something. I also watched a lot of YouTube channels like this one, yeah, where I'm teaching, where someone is teaching how to level up, how to increase your income, all of that stuff. I was like, okay, so this is how to do it. I'm going to do it too. Right. And of course, I just started to I got serious about learning blogging. So I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. And that's, remember yesterday, was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? I was saying on my status, like, there are high value skills that you can learn. A lot of you guys are stuck in graphic design and just content writing. If you're a content writer, you want to combine content writing with SEO, right? That's something that is in demand. You want to learn how to write like a pro. And I think my friend Branko is releasing a newsletter pretty soon. It's going to be a paid newsletter, and he's going to be teaching guys how to write. I'm just putting it out there, right? So how to write professionally. But yeah, you want to you want to improve your skill. Don't settle for the easy skills, which was what I was saying, right? You want to look for skills like I think there's AI engineering. Just I don't know. You guys should just browse this. Thing. Just browse this. There's animation. There's 3D animation. The learning curve is long, but once you start earning good. In fact, video editing. Can you imagine that when I wanted to, I'm supposed to have hired a video editor for my YouTube channel, but I've not found anybody that is good. Like, so I'm stuck. I have to edit by myself, and I don't even have the time to edit. That's why live is even a better option for me right now, so I can convey my information without worrying about the editing. But there's video editing. You can learn, like, you don't even need a lot of gear to learn video editing. If with just your laptop, well, you'd need some sort of powerful laptop though. But you can even start with CapCut. You can start with your phone. I'll say my friend Vicky has like a whole training thing that she does for video editing. If you ask for her contact, I'll be glad to share. Right? I think she also has a YouTube channel, but I'm not sure what the YouTube channel is called. But you can find her on Instagram at Productive V. Right? Those are skills that you can start with and then just improve yourself gradually until you become very, very good. So for me, I started with blogging and I didn't really have anybody to really learn that thing from. Yes, yes. I didn't really have anybody to learn that skill from. So I kind of turned to Pinterest, to Google. Yeah, she's very good. To Google, to YouTube to learn blogging. And I started from Blogger. I don't want to bore you guys with the details. But then I started from YouTube and I just watched a lot of videos on the subject. Like I just kept on learning. See, if you are going to have a chance at succeeding in this online space, you have to dedicate a lot of time to learning. You have to follow the right people. So, of course, the first thing I tell people to do is, because we've been talking about mindset, I'm just going to skip all the mindset things. And right now, I'm just going to get to it. You are trying to make money, you don't have any skills. You can start with something as simple as video editing, as simple as content writing, as simple as graphic design. The thing is, the more you know it, now you must not be mediocre. But I need you to think about being the best. So when you think about being the best, then you start to understand how good you have to get for you to be called the best at this thing. And when you are that good, there's only so much, like, you can demand whatever you want, and that's how you can make good money. Right? For me now, I'll say, if I say this is my price, this is my price. You say you can't pay it, I'll say be going, because I'm not so mediocre that if you don't buy from me or if you don't do something from me, I'm not going to eat. Do you understand? So I can say no. I can say no, right? But it's only because I've dedicated a lot of time towards, learning and learning and relearning and learning and learning and learning. So what I'm basically saying is, I need you guys to put a lot of time into learning and becoming extremely good at whatever it is that you pick. So now here's the way I would explain. So you said, oh, I'd like to learn 3D animation. First thing you want to do is go on YouTube and type um mistakes I made, or things I wish I knew before I started 3D animation, things like that. Things I wish I knew before I started video editing professionally. Things I wish I knew before I started blah blah blah. Essentially, you want to start with a skill that has a low barrier to entry, something you can just learn easily. That will not require you to buy high tech gadgets, or will not require you to invest with a huge capital. Right? So when you start with something like that, you have enough time to kind of build up and, like, make money. But I'll just say, give yourself like 3 months of learning. So you learn, and then you start to build up, and um you start to build up and you start to get better at that particular thing, right? And then you can start charging for it. So of course you may need to do like 1 or 2 free jobs. I like to, but me usually I don't do any free jobs when I learn a new skill. I go straight to, oh yeah, this is how much you're going to pay for it, right? But that's up to you and how much confidence you have. So now you're going to reach out to people that you think would need this particular skill that you have. You're going to tell them, hello, I would like to be able to do this for you. I won't charge you because I'm also just learning, blah, 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 blah. So you can start with this particular price. You have nothing to lose. Like, something like that. You pitch yourself. That's another thing you need to learn. Marketing, pitching, right? Because you are just starting. So you need to learn those things. So then you reach out, you get a job, start from there to build your portfolio, or to build, like, reviews, testimonials, and all of that. Now, a lot of you guys reach out to me in my DMs. Me, I don't know what to tell you. When you come to me and you're like, Ita, I would like to be able to help you in any way. Please be specific. Which way do you want to help me? I would like to write. Show me your portfolio. I'm not going to just accept any writer. Like, show me your portfolio. Let me see what you've written in the past. How good are you? Because each time I've tried to accept somebody that is not really good, one, they are inconsistent. Two, they stress me and I cannot deal with it. Like, I feel like I'm usually already stressed to be adding more stress to my life. Right? So what I'm saying is, you want to make sure that you're building up skills. First of all, you work for yourself. You try out different things depending on what you are learning. So I'm trying to make this as general as possible. It fits in if you are learning video editing, if you are learning front end development, if you are learning graphic design, just fits in, right? So you start small, and I would not advise you to just go straight to 3D animation. Start with graphic design, right? You learn graphic design, you work for a couple of clients, you get enough money for data, get enough money for data subscription, save up for like maybe a laptop or something. Depending on your work ethic, you'd probably be able to do really well if you get better. And I'm not going to lie to you, you are going to need to buy some paid courses if you want to, like, go from 0 to 100 really fast, which is what me I'm known for. I don't wait. I don't have the time to wait. I just do shit fast. So you'd want to maybe buy a couple of courses from, maybe you worked for this person, you worked for this person, and you gathered the money, you buy a course, you buy a course, you get the course, you get better, then you can charge people more, right? You charge people more, you have more money, you save it up, you probably upgrade your phone if that's what you're going to be using to do your work. And you've upgraded your phone now, you are faster at getting jobs. So you pay for maybe another course or something, and you're able to charge more because you're even better than the last time. So now what you are going to do is, you work, network, because you are referring more people to you. So you get all those people that they are referring to you, you do better work for them. They come in with more referrals. You have enough money to buy yourself a laptop. You buy yourself a laptop, you have a better phone. Now you can start learning higher paying skills. The problem a lot of you do is a problem with what a lot of you do is that get the first money, you chop it. You get another money, you chop it. You just keep eating, eating, eating because you consider it like a service thing. Now, I want you to know you're exchanging your time for money, right? And the only way to make yourself worth more is to invest back into yourself. So that's why your time will be much worth more. Now, that's why I can say, okay, because of how much investments I've made in myself within the last 2 months, I can no longer charge this price for consultations. I have to charge this price based on the investments I have made, right? So it is not personal, it is just based on the investments. I can't keep charging these prices. So but if you keep eating up your income, everything you're earning, you're chopping it, what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck earning the same amount. And eventually, because you are not upgrading your skills, you are not going to be good enough anymore. And so you won't be able to keep up with the market, and you fade away into oblivion. So if you are wondering why a lot of people don't make it out of the trenches, I've just explained why. I invest crazily into myself. I buy books, I buy classes, I buy mentorship. I buy as much as I can buy with money to leverage and scale up fast. Right? Yeah, speaking of leverage, you need to be part of my newsletter. You need to be part of the newsletter. Right? I need you. Subscribe. Subscribe to the newsletter because I talk about things like this every other time. So yes, as I was saying, right, you're subscribing to the Business Vibes newsletter. Meanwhile, there's also a course included in that newsletter that is actually very important to you, especially concerning this particular subject of making money from scratch. Right. So in the newsletter, in the course Bastard Money Magnet, I explained how you can go from being a creator, from earning as a creator, from earning as a freelancer, from earning as a tech person. I just really, really explained it deeply. So I need you to, if you feel like I can't even force anybody, I don't have energy to force anybody, but if you feel like you want something that will give you like a roadmap and a guide, so you know where to start from, you have much more detailed um knowledge of where to start from, then you should totally get the Bastard Money course. But of course, you can only get it by subscribing to the newsletter, which is 3,000 naira per month. Hello. So yes, guys. Well, basically, that's how you go, and it only gets better from there. So now the concept of multiplying money, this is how you need to think about making a lot of money, right? You need to think of it in multiples. So you're earning 5,000 before. How can you go from 5,000 to 10,000? And when you get to 10,000, how can you go from 10,000 to 20,000? And when you get to 20,000, what changes would you need to make to go from 20 to 40? And when you get to 40, what changes do you need to make to go from 40 to 80, from 80 to 160, from 160 to 320? So the idea is that you keep doing things that helps you multiply your income. And for a lot of people, I'm not sure. I is this because I'm not seeing a lot of people did not show up. Well, I don't blame anybody for not showing up. Even me, I was tired. Anyways, you'll see the what's it called? The they'll see the recordings. So yes, you want to improve yourself. So it's basically maths. Multiply the money. Once you start trying to multiply money, you're about to eat it big, right? Because your brain is going to open to that idea and you're going to start seeing things that you need to do to become better for you to multiply your money. And it just feels good. Yeah. So if you feel like you're stuck on the same income because you're not multiplying, you're not doing the maths, making money is mathematics. You're not doing the maths, so you're stuck earning the same amount. So if you want to earn more, you do the maths and you earn more. That's basically it. It's so simple, right? So now let's talk about the fact that now you already have a skill, you're already making good income. So let's say you started from, charging 5,000 naira per flyer. Now that's for somebody that is doing graphic design, or you are a content writer, you're charging 5,000 naira. Slowly you get yourself to a point where you niche down into graphic design and probably you become a brand identity designer or you become a UI UX designer, one of the two, and you get better in one of them. And so your because that skill is much more it's not as saturated as the last one that you are leaving. You start to earn like maybe 50K on each of the projects that you do, right? So you go from 50K, you take the money that you make from that money, you invest into a better course to make you better at that particular skill. So you're able to charge like say 160,000 or like maybe 200K for that particular course. So now for that particular skill that you have. So now that you're able to charge, 200,000, you have more to work with. So you upgrade your laptop, you work for maybe, and this is the thing, the more you increase your prices, the bigger the need for you to get out on bigger markets. So now you are on LinkedIn, you're on Upwork, you are on Instagram showcasing your work because it can't be within that your small circle anymore because you are now very expensive, right? So you need to work with like a larger sample space for you to increase your income, right? So you take yourself outside, you show people what you can do, you talk about it, you are everywhere, you're on Twitter talking about what you do. So obviously, a lot of people know about you now, and you are charging what you think like you're charging really high. So you improve yourself again. You buy a course that's maybe 100K or something. You improve yourself again. So now you're able to charge like 400,000, right? And you go from 400,000, you're able to charge like 700,000, a million. Then here's where it gets interesting. You have to get to a point where you can no longer trade your time for money again directly, right? You can't trade your time for money again because it's limiting. And this is where I tell freelancers, I'm not sure they'll be watching this video, but I'm just going to say my own, that you get to a point where you should try your best to not be the only one working. Now you need a team. So you have to build something that can exist without you. Because as like a freelancer with a skill, right, you are the one holding tying the ropes. If you are not working, there is no money. So you want to build a business. And the reason why I'm explaining this route as like a path to making money, not going straight to start a business, start selling or like drop shipping or whatever, is because I know that this part you will still have more control over it, right? And the income that you need to start it is relatively lower. So when you make that good money, you can now start a business on the side and pour that money into the business. So now if you pour the money into the business and you have enough to run ads, that business is not as risky as it would have been if you were using everything you had in your savings to start it. Because now you still have a skill that you can go back to if the business does not work out. And so that's why I would advise that this is the easiest part I can think of. And I know a lot of people who have done their things like this and made a lot of money. But side notes, you definitely need to learn sales and marketing. So I think I'm going to get off this class pretty early. I have a consultation by 8. All right. So listen, um, what was I saying? Your business, right? You cannot just jump into business if you really want to make good money. You need to work a bit, right? You need to work a bit, then have enough money to pour into your business. And that's how your business will multiply. If you see yourself struggling so hard because you don't have enough funds in your business, right? And you don't have enough money to run ads, to hire specialists, to, all of those things. I need you to probably put that energy into learning a good skill and trading that skill for money. Right? When that skill is, when you trade that skill enough times, you have enough money to pour back into your business and market and run ads and make good money. So of course, the thing is know, the thing is, as easy as this sounds, a lot of people do it wrong. Start with business, you have like think you're not going to enjoy the process of it, right? So personally, this if I had to advise my younger brother or my younger sister or anybody that really wants to make good money, this is how I would ask them to approach it. This is how I would ask them to approach it. Right. And it's a really simple method. It's going to work if you are dedicated, if you are disciplined, if you are consistent. Right. See, I laid emphasis on learning sales and marketing. There are people you can learn from, people like Niger Sales Screen, you can learn sales and marketing from her. But the major thing is that you get serious about learning a skill, improving yourself within that niche, and kind of niching down and um, understanding that skill and becoming the best at it, so that you can charge enough and then you can divert the funds into business. So it's very easy, right? That's how you start from scratch. I'm not going to tell you that you're not going to need help or whatever. At least when it comes to data and all of that, starting from scratch, you're going to need a lot of data, right? But it's still the easiest way I can think of. So far, you're not chopping all the money I'm making in the beginning. You will scale through that order, through that part, and you get to a point where you can start multiplying money. This the interesting part is when you can multiply your income, right? And that's why I tell people don't spend directly. Don't spend directly until you have customers that you know that okay, I know enough people that I don't think I can go hungry. Enough people know what I do. Then you start to enjoy and spend your money. Yeah, on yourself. So, anyways, everything I'm saying, you can see there are things that I have done and that they have worked for me. So it's not like I'm reading you some scripts or charging you, or this class is actually free. So you should take it from me. I'm teaching you facts. Facts. It's going to work. It's going to work. If it doesn't work, I don't know. It means maybe you're lazy. It's going to work. So it's just all about you and whether or not you want to do this. But if you are ready, if you are like, oh, I'm going to get this thing, I want to get the bag, you're going to get the bag. Period. You're going to get the bag. But if you are lazy, if you doubt me, if you think it's not for you, if you think it's not going to work for you, if you think it's too hard, well, that's all on you, right? And if you're looking at Kitabo, the way you're always moving, you're always straight here. That's because I'm moving fast. If I slow down, like I said, I was going to slow down. I'm even tired. Like, let me just enjoy the rest of this year. I've done enough. If I slow down, you'll see that what I'm doing is pretty easy, and like I'll just be enjoying myself. I'm the one that is trying to rush the process. Hope you understand. This thing I've explained might be stressful, but it's not going to be as crazy as you'd probably think if you are not in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you're going to get stressed, but you're going to get through faster. Which well, I liked that, but right now I'm so tired. I can't even keep up with that pace anymore. But exactly, but that's the whole thing, Sha. You guys, there's not much else to say. I tell you, everything I've taught you, I need you to hold it in your. The Yorubas will say, "Fisi owo òsì àbí ọwọ́ ọ̀tún, ọwọ́ òsì kó má fi jẹun." So that means put the knowledge in your left hand so you don't eat with it. Don't lose this thing I've taught you. Hold on to it. Do it. Use the knowledge, right? Get a skill that is entry level. Get good at it. When you get good at it, invest in yourself, get some money, invest in yourself again, invest in yourself again till you're able to charge more. This whole process could take you 2 to 3 years. I'm never going to lie to you. Before you can be thinking, but you may be lucky, depending on your work ethic. My Yoruba. Depending on your work ethic, you may be lucky to blow up in a year. But I'm not going to lie to you, probably take you 2 to 3 years. I've been on this journey for like what, 4 years. So it's not going to be easy. And I'm not trying to make it look simple. It's probably going to take you time. It takes time for you to get good at any skill. Like imagine you have been doing it for 3 years. Of course, you are going to be very good at it. Of course, you're going to know more than a lot of people at it, and you're going to be able to earn more. So I just say take it easy with yourself, but be serious, be disciplined, and don't get distracted. So you guys, that'll be all for today's class. I hope that you learned something, a lot, whatever. And I'll see you. When will I see you again? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. I think I'll make Sunday class in the evening. So I'll communicate that on the group. We'll make it in the evening. Right? So watch this YouTube channel. Share with your friends. If there's anybody that needs to see this content, share on your status. Maybe we should stop auditing me. I don't know why you're doing that. Share this video. It's very important that people know this knowledge, let your friends make money too. All right, guys, I'll see you. I'm glad you did learn a lot. As for me, I'm going back to bed because I'm tired. I need to sleep. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, I'm not going back to bed. I have a consultation. What? Mm, uh, uh, see you. And please.